Hey, I'm Will.
I'm Maurice.
And I'm Noah. And this is the Crippled Pod.
You are listening to an unsponsored podcast. If you would like to sponsor this podcast, please reach out to us on our Instagram page.
What's up, boys?
What's up?
Hey!
Now, listen, I'm not going to bring up the fact that this is our third time starting this episode, but I'm going to let you guys know.
We got a little sidetracked. We started talking some mad shit about real people in the bookstore community, and not me. It was not me talking shit. You know who it was.
It was Noah.
It was Noah.
Well, Noah. And me a little bit, too. I'll tell you.
And Will a little bit.
It was me, too.
I was defending. I was, what is it? Silence is complicit.
Yes, you let it happen. You didn't stop it.
I did. I'm sorry.
You were just like, oh yeah, what happened? What happened? Go ahead.
Those files don't exist anymore.
Well, hey, so since we've already tried this a few times, let's just get everything off the bat. It's crazy, right? We're all backed up because of snow. Everything's going wrong. We're having technical issues. We're going to do the best we can out here. Just trust us. This is going to be a shorter episode. We're just going through those 3 chapters, 17, 18, and 19 of book 6. Will's got all his kids. He's in the kitchen making cakes. Everybody let us know if you cook or bake a cake. Maurice is having some cold wire issues, and I am just out here hiding from the rest of the country in the Pacific Northwest. So,
and I am still using my keyboard, and I don't care who doesn't like the clickety clacks. They're
still
mine.
Gonna do it.
I'm still
gonna clickety.
Maurice, do you have a smoothie to sip today?
Happy. Yes.
Yeah, get your smoothie out too.
Drinking.
All right, guys. So I'm jumping right in. I'm jumping right into chapter 17.
Let's do it.
No messing around. Look, it's not even we're not even at 2 minutes. We're going into the chapters. So anybody complain? Jordan, this is for you, buddy.
Yeah, but you can't be mad, Jordan.
You're welcome, Jordan.
Yeah, you're welcome, Jordan. Chapter 17. Chapter 17 centers on mounting threats and dangerous choices. Ralik Nam learns Turban Orr has put a contract on call and secretly begins hunting his former master Ocelot. After recklessly covering himself in Otarawal dust. After recklessly covering himself in Otarawal dust, Animander Rake remains indifferent to the possible release of the Jagged Tyrant, while Mammoth lies trapped in a deep sleep after meddling with the tyrant's barrow, leaving him vulnerable to possession. Apslar, unable to remember being sorry, experiences brief memory flashes, including a killing now blamed on Crocus. As a Tista-Andi assassin moves to kill Crocus, Murillo receives Ralik's warning through Circle Breaker. That is all. Like, that's not very much. All these chapters are pretty packed.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But everything's coming to a head.
I think so. Yeah. So, tell me about Ocelot.
So sorry, I'm refreshing myself because this it's been a while.
Oh, you're fine. It's been a while. Yeah. You're good.
So this is not the chapter when is this the chapter where they actually fight on the Belfry, or is this?
Let me look.
Is that the next chapter?
I think.
No. He's just getting
that's
ready.
The next one.
He's hunting him at the end of this.
Bill, because
this is the one where Ralik Nam, like a fucking crazy person, just rubs Otatterall dust all over his fucking face. It's like Baruch said, "Don't touch this," and he's like, "Cool," and just throws it in his own face.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I did love the whole thing. Like, there's a whole section where he's remembering what Baruch said to him. Hey, don't put this on your skin. It'll do weird stuff. We don't know what it'll do, but it will it'll change you somehow. And he's like, yeah, but I want to see what'll happen. I just like to believe that it's like an overwhelming curiosity sort of thing. And he was like he's like a 5-year-old, and just, you're like, don't touch that stove. And he's like, I'm
It's such a D&D moment where he's like, the Ralik Nam's like, so what? Wait, what is this dust again? What is it? And it's like, roll for intelligence, and he rolls a nat 1, and he's like, so you remember exactly what Baruch told you. He gave you every warning, but you kind of think that he was hiding something from you, and that you should actually do the opposite of what he said. Such a D&D moment.
It's very funny. Very funny. So that was great. In terms of Ocelot, this is where we have learned that Ocelot is hunting Cole, and Ralik's not a fan of that. Does not like that.
Ralik because learns from via the eel. I think it's Circlebreaker tells him that Turbinor has taken out a contract on Cole.
Yes. So
it's Turbinor, dude.
We already know that Ralik and Murillo have a scheme in hand for ore, and it also involves Cole, obviously. So this is like kind of another convergence, right? It's everything, these various circumstances coming together and affecting what's happening. So it's interesting because just a couple chapters ago, Ocelot was one of the boys. He's in the middle of the fight with Ralik and helping him and stuff, and now we're hunting him down. So
now, does Revolver Ocelot being in this book confirm that Metal Gear Solid and Malazan are in the same universe?
Yes,
I don't think
definitively
so.
It does.
Okay.
Hell no, it doesn't. I don't know what you're saying. Revolver Ocelot. I never.
It's from Metal Gear Solid.
Revolver Ocelot is?
I never played it either, but I know who that is.
Come on.
I know who is. I know who Ocelot. Ocelot's a mage.
Mm-hmm. Which is why we're doing this dust. That's why he's using the dust.
Yeah, that's why he's using the dust.
It does not explain why he rubbed it into his face and his skin.
So what did the dust do to him?
We don't know.
Anybody know?
I know, but we don't know at this point.
Rappo.
Oh, you already know. Dang, I wanted to make you to do some guesses. That's okay.
No,
that's okay.
It tells you the next chapter.
He's already finished the book. So have I.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have, huh? I feel like it's been so long since we talked. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
I know. It's been almost. It has been like close to 2 weeks. So.
Unbelievable.
Here's the thing. I'm so fucking ready to start Deadhouse Gates. Oh my god, I'm ready to start.
I'm sitting here now, like I've got it right over here, and I'm like, just coming for you soon. You soon.
I saw a big floppy trade paperback of it at Half Price Books yesterday.
Ooh, oh, nice.
I know. I almost got it, and I was like, do I really need a 4th copy of Deadhouse Gates? Probably.
Why do you have 4 copies? Why do you have 3 copies?
Well, I have. This is a different conversation.
Why do you have red hair? It's just these things happen.
It's the same thing I do with Wheel of Time. Like if I see an edition of it and I like it, I'm going to grab it. But I got myself not to do it because now once I start getting my Wheel of Time leather bounds, I'll stop buying Wheel of Times.
Okay.
So
do you not have the Wheel of Time ones that go across?
I can't look. Usually I would spend money on stupid things, but it's $400 for book covers. It's like, come on.
Yeah, just for the jackets, it's like $400.
Come on.
Well, it's like 17 books or something, right? It's like a lot of books.
14 in that.
14.
That covers
14 books.
It's
right?
just the jackets. It's just
it's just the jackets.
For an eyesore. Just kidding. I like it. I haven't read Wheel of Time, so I like to pretend.
That's all right. 2028 we're doing
about the slog, but I have never experienced the slog.
There's no slog.
Honestly, though, every bookstagrammer has that set of book jackets now, and it's honestly more unique to not have them at this point.
To have my normal ones right up here.
Which, by the way, those are the best ones. Of the Wheel of Time covers, those are by far the best ones. The original OG covers. I really hate the TV tie-in ones they did when they put the series out.
Yes, I don't mind the new trade paperback ones.
This thing does look sick as fuck, though. This thing looks sick.
It looks nice. Yes, but it's not $400 for book jackets. No matter how nice they look, sorry to all the people making book jackets, is an insane price. That's an insane price. So
I agree.
Y'all read jackets on or jackets off?
Off.
I take them off. I used to leave them on, but I have a couple that I could show you that got like wrecked from being.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jordan. We're going too deep here, Jordan. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Jordan.
Okay, let's.
Yeah. So what happens here is.
Oh, go ahead.
Rake. Yeah, no.
Yes, I was just going to bring that up.
We were going to talk about the same thing.
I was just going to bring that up. I think it's funny. I love the idea that he just is just like, whatever. Like he's seen it all.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, what's it matter?
That'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, what happens if you get hurt? Then I get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just more solidification of Rake being the ultimate badass in this series to this point. Just the fact that he's so nonchalant about this tyrant that we have spent how many other characters have we had now tell us, the reader, how like strong this guy, how like horribly powerful this thing is, even Tool, who's 300,000 years old thereabouts and basically can't die and has an indestructible sword, is telling us like this might be bad. Like this might be really bad. And meanwhile Rake's like, meh, I'll be fine.
Rake's like, man,
got my wagon.
I love the bit that Rake goes into, like how somebody mentioned it, like Rake made being immortal sound so shitty, and I think it's such a unique and also such an obvious take that Steven Erikson does with the Tista Andi is like, one, they're orphaned, so they're not from here, and they're listless and they have no purpose. And so he's constantly trying to give them purpose to give them some fucking juice, like, oh, come on. Be excited. You're alive, but like life to them is nothing. It means nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. It's a different side of immortality. You think of immortal characters in like Lord of the Rings. We don't see that from the elves, for instance, in Lord of the Rings, right? They're like wise and cerebral and all those things.
They love being immortal.
But they love it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a major plot line of those books is Elrond trying to convince his daughter how cool it is to be immortal. So I think that, then you have this side of it. Right. You have this side of it where, you're kind of learning, like, when you can never die, like, kind of takes the fun out of living. Which makes sense. I think it's actually a surprisingly human way to look at it. I think that obviously this is not a situation anyone's ever actually faced, but if you knew that we know of, I guess that's true. If you knew that you would never die of natural causes, like ever, I mean, it would take a lot of the like urgency out of life. You wouldn't feel driven, I don't think, to achieve anything or do anything. You would just sort of exist. At a certain point, when the fun wore off. So I think that's an interesting way of looking at it. And that Rake is like trying to give his people meaning, it's like a surprisingly sad turn for a character who's, has spent most of the book aura farming in some way to then turn around and be like, actually, you know what? It's kind of
and in like the same sentence, he's like, oh yeah, the jagged. I mean,
right. That's not a big deal. What's a really big deal?
Huge aura farm. Always bringing it back to what matters, man. That's Erikson for you. We also
Animator Rake would post whatever he wanted on Instagram.
Yeah, he would, and he wouldn't care. He does get hate.
He'd said it in
like,
yeah. He just said it and forget it. He just post it, put it out there, and never reply to a comment.
Never
let people like Will just take over in the comments section.
Yeah, just let me come in there.
I didn't really go into the comments. I just let them be.
That's what you got to do.
Most part.
That's what you got to do.
Go look. I pinned some comments. I said, "Hey guys, this is what I meant by this," and that's
it.
You
replied to several comments. I think it's fine, but you did.
Only good thing. I just meant I wasn't arguing with people in the comments. That was my. I didn't go read them.
I did read them.
You just assume I'm arguing.
I was there when they were written.
Like Aslan.
Yeah, I was gonna say we just watched that movie, so it's like.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Apsalar and not remembering.
Yes. Apsalar doesn't remember being sorry. But she keeps like some things keep triggering little snaps of memories, snapshots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is, I mean, I think is it Whiskey Jack that eventually addresses this, but it's like probably a good thing actually that she doesn't remember. You know, because she did some really horrible things. We've heard a little bit about what she did, you know, as sorry.
Yeah, right now she's stuck in a house with Crocus. They're hiding in a house, and Crocus is like, "We gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta go see some titties," and he's got titties right there. He doesn't. He's like, "I'm still hung up on these other titties." The girl I almost named you after, her, yeah. And then outside of the house is fucking Surratt, just like waiting. She's like, "Oh, as soon as he comes out, I'm gonna stab that little fuck." And he's like, he's itching to get out. So as the reader, you're sitting there like, Crocus, don't leave. Stop being stupid. I spent this whole book being like, Crocus, stop being a fucking idiot. God damn it, Crocus.
It is kind of a through line. My favorite thing about the Surratt stuff. My favorite thing about the Surratt stuff is how like Looney Tunes it is.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That hasn't happened yet. That happens in the next chapter.
Okay. There's like one instance I'm thinking of. So okay, I'll save that take. But...
that's chapter 18.
Yeah.
In this chapter, Surratt is just waiting. But she's there to kill Crocus. She is there to kill Crocus.
Yep. Oh, also Mammoth. When Rake warns that Mammoth could accidentally open himself to possession. That feels significant.
That's a huge thing. Yeah. He's asleep. He was like, "I'm gonna go check it out," and then never woke up.
Mm-hmm.
And he was basically doing basement.
Yeah, he was basically doing the same thing Quick Ben did earlier, right? Where Quick Ben went to Shadow Throne, but his body remained where he was. It's basically the same thing, except that Quick Ben came back, and to this point, Mammoth has not. So,
I imagine it like he's in his warren, and he's going to the barrow. He's trying to locate it because I guess Duress, which is the Earth Warren, is maybe close in proximity to the Amtos Falak. I don't know, but while he's there, this like dome, like Stephen King's The Dome, falls over him, and he's just like, "Oh shit, how do I get out of here?" And he can't.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that seems significant. So, honestly, this chapter's a lot of scene setting and like character stuff. I feel like,
because there's action in chapter 18.
Yeah, 18's got a lot of action in it. This feels like one of those kind of build up chapters, you know.
Yeah. Should we go to 18? Is there anything else you want to say about 17?
Whatever Maurice has, I'm good. I'm covered.
You wanna do your things to remember, Mo? Yeah. Rake doesn't give a fuck about the tyrant. Weird.
No.
Mammoth is asleep, but he has opened himself up potentially to possession, which is no bueno. Apsalar doesn't remember being sorry, but the memories are still there. They're locked behind something, and she keeps getting triggered and seeing stuff. Surratt is trying to kill Crocus. Murillo learns that Rallick is going after Ocelot because Ocelot is going after Cole. And Rallick rubs Otaterol dust all over his face. What's the worst that could happen? Let's find out.
We might find out.
A little bit of bronzer. That's all that is. A little bit of bronzer.
Yeah. All right. Chapter 18. Side note, I am pretty sick, so if you hear me sniff, I'm sorry. Just a heads up. I know what's happening. You don't have to tell me in the comments. Okay? But tell me in the comments anyway.
Everybody,
that'll be nice.
If you get this far, comment right now. Hey, Noah, stop sniffing.
Yeah, stop sniffing. I'm trying to mute. When I do it like... See? Did you hear it?
No, but I saw it.
Hear it?
I saw it, but I didn't hear it.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, chapter 18 pulls everyone towards our favorite place in Darujistan, the Phoenix Inn. Whoop whoop. This is where I would hang, man. I'd be like Norm. Whiskey Jack and Kalam make one last play to contact the Assassin's Guild, while the squad accepts that Sari is gone and finally confronts the emotional cost of command. Perrin, in a barely surviving call, reach Darujistan, and Mallet saves Call's life just in time. Rallick Nam kills Ocelot atop Kroll's belfry using a Tatarul dust and collapses from his wounds, while Sarah is taken out before she can reach Crocus. Perrin reunites with the bridge burners and reveals the truth about Lorne, Tool, and the setup, leading Whiskey Jack to contact Dujek, who admits he's defying the Empress as a new threat. The Panenseer rises. Elsewhere, Lorne and Tool recover the Jagged Tyrant's Finist, and Tool warns the tyrant will hunt once it awakens. Big chapter. We found out about Lorne. That was my favorite part about this whole thing. Well, I mean, there's other cool stuff, but I really like when they find out what's going on.
Yes.
It's like a cool reveal for me. Kind of like a turning point for those guys. Oh, Will wants us to keep talking.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's so Kalam, we love Kalam anytime we see Kalam, right?
What do? We need him to give us his first takes. Okay, so this is a super interesting chapter. I know we're not there yet. Okay, I want to start with the bridge burners. Let's just talk about the bridge burners for a second. Should we pause and wait for him to come back?
Nah.
Okay. So the bridge burners, fucking love the bridge burners. But here we get a look into Mallet helping. They're trying to find Sari, and they can't find Sari. And they're all pretty fucking relieved. They're like, you know what? Maybe Sari really is out of the game. That's good.
We like Absolar better.
Fiddler also steps up and gives Whiskey Jack the old hey, we're human. And we love you. And Whiskey Jack's like, stop it. I can't. I gotta turn that part of me off. Yeah.
I love Whiskey Jack. He's so relatable. It's like
how do you do what he does? You know?
Yeah. You gotta cut off any emotion and just assume this is who I am.
Sorry about that. We had an unscheduled interruption. So.
You're quick.
No one would have noticed, except you brought so much fucking attention to it that it's all we thought about.
I was trying. Okay, look, for my wife's sake, she didn't want to be on camera, but she didn't realize I was still recording.
Come on, Will.
So I was like,
"Oh, he's back. He's back."
I said, "My wife didn't want to be on camera."
We didn't hear any of that. You froze, big dog.
He's catching up. Hold on.
I said my wife didn't want to be on camera, so I was trying to turn the camera away from her as she walked behind me because she misunderstood when she texted me and said, "Hey, are you guys still recording?" She thought I said no, and I actually said yes. So, and then I had both kids decided that was the time to come in, and so I just anyway.
Sorry, Jordan.
This is what we do. Sorry, Jordan. My kids needed their dad. So
sorry.
Anyway,
we need your first takes.
Yeah, sorry. We had no idea what to do. We were fishing in the dark.
First takes. This chapter had a lot. So yeah, we get Whiskey Jack and the significance you mentioned of command, and Fiddler telling him hey, if you stop seeing us as people, it hurts a lot less, but you lose yourself. So that was interesting. It's a really good way of putting it. I think it cuts to the core of a lot of Whiskey Jack's internal struggles throughout this book.
Yeah.
We've seen him have panic attacks and PTSD, and he's worried about his people, but he's trying to keep them at arm's length to make it easier for himself to cope.
Right.
So then we've got Perrin and Cole are getting back to Darujistan, and Cole is struggling.
He's like,
my man is hurt. He is not doing well.
Lost a lot of blood.
So let's see what else we got. Oh, the big thing in this chapter is the Rallick and Ocelot fight. That whole sequence on top of the tower, the Belfry Tower.
Hell of a fight.
It's a
hell of a fight.
Really good fight. Really good fight. Very cinematic. You know what it reminded me of? Have you seen Saving Private Ryan? Have you guys seen that movie?
Yeah.
A long time ago.
There's a fight scene in that movie where the two guys are fighting over a knife, and they're pushing it toward each other and pulling it back. It's not as cinematic or as obviously martial artsy sort of as this fight is, but it's got that same kind of tension, where they're rolling around fighting over this knife. So that's kind of what it reminded me of. And I thought it was interesting. We don't get a ton of introspection from Rallick of the fact that he knew Ocelot, they had worked together for a long time. But I think that would have to be significant. I think it shows a couple things. His compartmentalization as an assassin, that he can just turn that off essentially, even though it's someone that he knows, is interesting. It's an interesting development for the character. You really see him he slips into that assassin mode, even though this is not a targeted situation. This is purely personal.
Yeah, he kind of expresses well, that sucks, but there's no. He doesn't at all go I wonder if I should let him live. He's like, okay, how am I going to kill this fucking guy?
And he doesn't hesitate at all. When the opportunity to kill him presents itself, he just kills him. And yeah, we also see that the Odotaral dust did, in fact, deaden Ocelot's magic. So rubbing it into his skin, I guess, was a good call. At least at this point.
It's why you always press the button when it says don't press the button.
My favorite scene in the chapter was Surratt.
No.
So this sequence is so funny. She's sitting there, she's lurking. It's very Tom and Jerry. Where the mouse, he's running along and the cat's above him, and then he just gets hit with a frying pan in the face. That's kind of the energy that this Surratt scene has to me.
100%.
So I love that. It was a great moment of kind of levity.
She wakes up what the fuck? Where's the kid?
Right.
What happened to me?
But then in terms of story development, we have so many things coming together here. Perrin finally gets to the Bridgeburners. We've had this, meeting kind of coming along for this entire book. We've been coming to this meeting. So they finally meet. And we learn a couple things. First of all, Mallet comes and heals Cole. So Cole lives through his injury. That was very cool. Love me some Cole. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite side characters, which is funny. He hasn't done anything. He's just kind of been there, but he's he clearly knows more than he's let on. He's funny. He's got some wit to him, but he's also kind of down to earth.
Good vibes.
Dragons.
Yeah,
he's
a good
vibes.
He is a vibes character for sure. And then
have y'all listened? Do y'all listen to the audiobook?
I do some audiobook, yeah.
The way that he does the voices of the characters in Darujistan, like Murillo, he's such a little dandy. He's got such a dandy-ish voice, like all of the nobles do.
I really like Ralph Lister's narration. I have to be honest, I do.
I do too.
I know the audiobook situation with Malazan is kind of controversial, but I like what I've heard of it so far. I think it's pretty good.
I'm very curious about the switch because I know that we lose him at some point.
He does Up Through Memories of Ice, and then book 4 is a new. It's Michael Page though, and I like Michael Page a lot. He did the Gentleman Bastards books.
He's
really,
great.
really good in those. So yeah. Anyway, so we have a couple things that happen here. Cole lives, but then Perrin tells Whiskey Jack everything.
Perrin
about the squad being
back. Perrin comes in. He's walking into the Phoenix Inn, and he's like, "Give me a drink." And he's sad. He's like, Cole's gonna die, and fucking Talk died, and Tattersail's dead. He's like super sad. And then Callum walks in. He's like, they do like a double take at each other, and they're like, "Oh shit, what's up?" And then he talks to Whiskey Jack. So continue.
Yes. So he talks to Whiskey Jack, tells him everything about the squad being set up, the Talana Mass, the adjunct, all that. And my favorite part is when Whiskey Jack pulls out this forearm, which is a technology that we have heard nothing. We know nothing about this at all. He pulls out this forearm, this skeletal forearm, and
I googled this. They call it the bone phone, which I love.
That's amazing. So he uses the bone phone to contact Dujek, and we learn a lot here. About Dujek and Whiskey Jack. The Whiskey Jack has known a lot more than we thought this entire time. He is much more on the inside than I realized. The Empress is trying to disband the army and send them to 7 cities. Dujek says no. So he's openly defying the Empress now. And it basically
you're just reading my recap.
I read a line from your recap. Don't start here, okay?
I was like, hold up.
It's been 3 weeks since I read this chapter.
Listen, we're a team. We're a team. We're supposed to share.
I just noticed, and I wanted to point it out.
Why?
That you are all just riding the back of my work, the hard work that I'm putting in to this Fable book club.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
No, Will is the most active in the Fable. I just do the recaps.
Will is, yeah.
Noah, I don't even think Noah's made one comment.
Dude, I don't got fucking time. I do read a lot of it. I do read a lot of this stuff though. I go through and read.
He comments occasionally, like in the Crippled Pod chat and stuff. Occasionally, I see you reply to people in there.
Yeah. Every once in a while, it's just depends.
Will,
yeah.
We'll continue reading the recap because there's a lot that happens.
Okay. Dude, again, it's been 3 weeks to read this chapter. All right, if you really want
you're good.
To pull it off of memory, this will be about 5 seconds.
Keep going.
Basically, though, Dujek is going against the Empress. We are now openly defying her, and the Maranth Alliance is changing. There's a new enemy in Companion, Seer, who this is, to my knowledge, not someone we've heard about to this point. This is a new name, I thought, anyway.
It was mentioned earlier in the book, kind of offhandedly.
Okay.
But I want to say it was mentioned. I can't remember who mentions it, if it's during the Kaladin Brood chapter or if it's earlier in a Whiskey Jack chapter. I can't remember who mentions the Panion Seer, but the Panion Seer, here's some important things, kind of breaking that stuff down and what we need to know there. 7 cities is there. We know that there's a rebellion. What?
Look at your map. I'm just telling people, look at your map, the 7 cities,
yeah,
so you can have.
So 7 cities is they are open rebellion. This is where Quickman and Callum are from. This is where, so they hail from there. They had been conquered recently and are now actively entering rebellion against the Empire. That's happening. The second thing that is happening here is Genebacus, which is another country that the Malazans have conquered, is basically lost to the Panion Seer, and so
which we don't know a lot about yet.
No,
right?
But book 2,
you don't know anything about.
We know nothing.
Book 2, the reason why Malazan, one of the reasons why it's so complicated is because all the books they kind of shift into different places. The reason we're doing that is because we need to see what's happening. Book 2 and 3 happen concurrently. Book 2, we are in 7 cities. Book 3, we are in Genebacus. So all of these things are happening at the same time, but this is where we get basically the plan for the next 2 books. So get fucking excited. That's what you need here. You need to get excited because you're like, oh, he just gave me the roadmap. Now we know why we're going to 7 cities and why it's important. And we learn
It'd be
in
really
Gardens
funny.
of the Moon.
It would be funny to have half the people read book 2 and half the people read book 3, and then we have to try to fill in the pieces with each other. Like, oh, what that happened at that time? Wouldn't that be like a funny experiment? God.
I bet you could read them simultaneously. I don't know.
I'm surprised nobody's done a what's it called? They do this with I think it's Throne of Glass has 2 books that are concurrent, and they put them together.
Yes.
I'm surprised nobody's done that for this.
I bet there is.
Book.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's so
Stormlight.
If I read, here's the clickety clacks. If I read Deadhouse Gates and Memories of Ice concurrently, what chapter order should I read them in?
I bet it's a mess.
I bet there's a Reddit.
It took you to Reddit?
Of course. That's how you find everything.
Well, that's where the Google AI gets most of its answers, from Reddit.
See anything right off the bat? I'd be interested. Tandem read. That's what it's called, a tandem read.
Make sure that you read the Memories of Ice epilogue last. It is based on events from Deadhouse Gates.
Yeah, other people are saying that you could invert Memories of Ice and Deadhouse Gates if you wanted to. You could read those in either order, some people are saying.
I bet you could do book 1, book 1, book 1, book 2, book 2, book 3, book 3, book 4, book 4. It might be too much, though.
Another person here says they wouldn't recommend it, like tandem reading. And I said the artistic intent behind Erickson was to be read apart. So they're written to be read separately, which I guess makes sense.
Okay, so anything I hate,
it's for an exposition
it's artistic
thing.
intent.
You learn stuff in Deadhouse Gates that you need to understand fully Memories of Ice.
Yeah, that's what this says here. While it's not directly connected to Deadhouse Gates very much, it was still written with the assumption that you have read it. So, so it says that something mentioned in Memories of Ice might have been a revelation figured out late in Deadhouse Gates. So you're running the messy stuff. It makes things harder to understand. Interesting.
Okay, so we can't do that experiment, is what we're saying.
Yeah, I did see something though that somebody else was talking about. I saw a post it just popped up for me that this guy on the Malazan subreddit had read Gardens of the Moon and then accidentally skipped to book 4. I think it's Midnight Tides, right? And
I saw that. He
picked it up by accident, didn't realize that it was not book 2, and he read like the whole book. And then he was looking at it for a different reason and realized it was book 4 because book 4 is like so disconnected that I guess you could read it basically at any point in the series.
It's House of Chains, I think. He might have been reading.
Book 4 did take place pre-Gardens.
Book 5. I think he was reading Midnight Tides. I can't remember.
It was Midnight Tides. Totally is that different. Book 5? Mm-hmm. Is that book 5?
Yeah, it's book 5.
It was Midnight Tides. Yeah, but he read that. He read that directly after Gardens. Yeah,
in the series.
And it cracked me up that the way this series is written, you could read book 5 totally out of order and be fine. Like
you can. You could probably go read it now. You wouldn't understand a lot. There's a lot you'd be fucked up if you tried to. Homie, hey, that is not good because like there's so much stuff in there that you'd be like, what the hell is this? You know, like you have no context. That's hilarious. Talk about struggle bus.
Anywho,
back to where we were. Will was reading through your recaps, right?
Yeah. All right. So Dujek is like openly rebelling at this point. The Panyan Seer has basically taken Genabacchus. Yeah, I really loved the scene where Perrin is going to remain with the bridge burners, but request to Dujek that Whiskey Jack stays in command. And it's like they mentions like the Whiskey Jack like gives him a smile, basically. It's like, I like that. It's a nice moment. Nice little.
It's how
nice
it
little
should
human
be.
moment.
We know that Whiskey Jack used to have Dujack's job,
right? Yeah. So I thought that was really
demoted.
A cool moment. I like Perrin's character a lot because I feel like he is kind of the generic like fantasy soldier guy, but at the same time, like he has a very solid understanding of people. It seems like he has a good sense of like, oh yeah, I'm here and technically I have the rank that I could take over if I wanted to, but Whiskey Jack has the loyalty of his squad, right? And he knows that like this particular squad especially is never going to listen to him over Whiskey Jack. If
that's what I love.
He just takes command.
Steven Eriksson's writing is so good that these people feel like you're like Perrin is kind of like a standard soldier guy, except he's not. He feels like a real person. And what I love about Eriksson is that the characters are molded by the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because his first and foremost, he's building the world. And then he puts the characters in there, and they are directly impacted by the world. Like, they are who they are because of things that happen in this world that don't happen in the real world. So they're real. They're Malazan real, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. That does make sense. Okay, and then the last thing is this. I didn't understand this whenever. I'll be real. Did not understand it at all. Still don't fully understand. I think I'm not supposed to. Is when Lauren and Tool find the Finest, and Lauren takes it, and basically, as I understood it, it's like he will come looking for this. So take this where you want him to be pointed, essentially.
So this is a classic. Wizard thing. Evil wizard thing. And so you put a lot of your power into what is it liches use?
Well, it's liches, like what's the thing? It's like a Horcrux, basically.
Yeah.
Phylactery?
It's a phylactery. So basically that's what the Finest is. The Finest is the Jagged Tyrant's phylactery. He's still powerful without it, but if he gets it, he's fucking way worse. But he's going to come looking for it. He needs it, right? So Lauren's like, I'm going to go put this somewhere where I want him to be, which is in Darujhistan. She wants him to attack Darujhistan. And then Tool's like, all right, you sure you don't want to go with me? I think that happens here. And she's like, I'm good. That may happen in the next chapter, actually. So
I do like that.
Just gives him a little head pat. Just no, you're good. You go on, buddy. Have fun.
Get out of here, Tool. Yeah, I think the important things we really did cover.
Yeah, give us the important things.
The things you need to remember are that Rallick kills Ocelot with the help of the Otadral Dust, and then somebody keeps knocking out Sarat to protect Crocus. We have no idea who that is. Who the fuck is that? Whiskey Jack and Dujek have been working together. A lot of shit is going down with the Malazan Empire. 7 cities is an open rebellion. Genebacchus has been lost to the Panion Seer. So, Lysine has disbanded the army. Dujek is now like a roaming warband with no real allegiance. But he's like, we got to go stop this Panion Seer. So, let's do it. And the Finest is a phylactery. Which is kind of like the word factory, but nothing at all like a factory.
And kind of like phallic.
It is however like that penis, because that is, if as all men know,
it's
that's
a penis factory. Yes.
It's where I do my best work.
And if you woke up and it was gone, you would go looking for it. So
100%. They stole his penis.
Something's wrong.
if this was being taught in like a lit 101 class, that is 100% the interpretation that we would take.
1 million, because it's an acorn too, so it's like a chode. He's got a chode.
It's a nut. He stole.
Listen, Moby Dick. Moby Dick is a dick.
God.
If we want to get it, you know when they're all cleaning the whale on the. You guys know.
I read a scene where they're like dipping their hands in sperm. Sorry, not cum. Jesus.
Yep. Yeah, why'd you say
Sorry about that, everybody. Oops. Sperm. It is a sperm whale.
That's not a word that I expect to just hear without any sort of preparation.
I don't know, man.
We're talking about Moby Dick. That seems like enough preparation to get that word going.
My bad.
Oh my God.
Everybody. Okay,
I'm gonna have to mark this one not for
18.
kids.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay.
not for
this
kids.
This one's gonna be 18 and over.
This is supposed to be a family podcast. This is everybody gets to. It's like the 20s when they used to get around the radio. You know, the family would sit around the radio. I imagine dads and moms with their children just sitting around the computer listening to us do this.
I know, as podcast hosts, we have 24 kids between us, but none of them live at my house. So I'm not prepared for kids.
I'm not prepared for them either, dude.
Nobody's.
They're here, but like I don't know what I'm doing. Like, not most.
I know
of the
he
time.
doesn't even have soft closed
Go
cabinets.
downstairs, Dad's recording a podcast. That's what I've heard you say that 4 times today.
Yeah. I muted my mic the last few times. It's happened more than 4 times.
That's fine. Let's go to chapter 19, boys. Our last chapter, book 6 here.
Yep.
Chapter 19 raises the stakes. Fast. Crocus ignores orders, my boy, and leaves the Phoenix Inn with Absalar, narrowly surviving another attempt by Seret thanks to an unseen protector. Rallic appears alive despite his wounds already healing unnaturally, while Murillo grows suspicious of both him and the true identity of the eel. Baruch and Kruppa quietly maneuver to set up a meeting with the city's shadow power as Perrin and Whiskey Jack piece together Dujek's real plan. Darujistan is essential to stopping the Panyan Seer, especially with 7 cities on the brink of rebellion. Elsewhere, Lorne and Tool release the Jagged Tyrant, who will soon awaken before Lorne heads towards Darujistan. On Cruel's Belfry, Crocus and Absalar find Ocelot's corpse and witness 5 massive dragons descend from Moonspawn, while Absalar hints at memories tied to oceans and gardens beneath the moon's surface. Did we get a title? Gardens of the Moon?
She does, in fact, drop the title.
They said the thing. They said the thing. That whole.
I'm just going to choose to believe that every book in this series at some point has a title drop in the book. So
I don't. Well, yes. At least the ones I've read have.
Anyway, okay. So reactions. There's a lot in this chapter. This is again a big one. It's kind of this book 6 is interesting because you have like a build up chapter, an action chapter, and then like a come down chapter. You know. Well, it's both. It's like comes back down from what happens in 18 and then ramps up for book 7, which is absolutely nuts the entire way through. So yeah, we have a lot here. Crocus just continues to be a real genius. I like he's so obsessed, like his mind and his narrative just keeps going back to chicks. It's just constantly like either the one that he can't have or the one that's with him, and he just like jumps back and forth of like it is so accurately written to a teenage boy, and it's crazy. Yeah, so I really loved the scene with Murillo. Making sure I'm in the right chapter here. This is the chapter with the scene.
Waiting in the haunted house.
What?
He's waiting for. He's like, we're supposed to meet at this haunted house.
So Murillo here is convinced that Rallick is dead. He's waiting to meet him, and he's not there. But then he is, and he's like covered in blood. And this is where he's like trying to like clean him off, and he's like, "I'm not even wounded. Like I'm fine." But his skin is a different color, right? Yeah,
he got like a chest wound.
Yeah, he got stabbed in the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he should be like bleeding out, and he has lost a lot of blood, but his wound is totally healed. And the he doesn't have. Remembering this correctly, that like he's talking to Murillo about washing the dust off, but the dust is not there.
He's like, "Well, right? Let me clean my face first," and he's like, "Your face is fine."
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, "No, I got that. I'm covered in dust, dude. I'm not usually this red." And Murillo's like,
"No, there's no dust.
Well, you're not red right now. You got red on
learned
me."
That the odor dust has been absorbed into Rallick's body, which feels like it could be bad.
Magic deadening dust.
Don't know what it does. Yeah. Which Rallick was not a mage or anything, so at least that wouldn't, be affected. But, yeah, he's gone and messed around with some shit he didn't understand, and now there will be whatever happens, but it's been absorbed into his body. So, and he's very calm about that, like that realization. That would really freak me out. But he's pretty chill about it. So,
I mean, what are you gonna do?
Right, it's done now. You did it.
Yeah. It's like you accept it.
Fine.
You're like, I
bet in that moment you could be like, that's probably what made me heal real fast.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Maybe it just like washed off my face while I was running. It's dust. It's not like it's.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I don't know.
Anyway,
you can rationalize it. We can rationalize a lot as people.
It's true. But yeah, Rallick he's hurt still though. He's pretty weak, and Murillo is not sure if he will be able to carry out his part of their scheme. He's preparing himself mentally to have to do it in his stead. He also has Murillo also has a suspicion about who the eel is. So we'll see where that goes. And the Baruch and Cruppa. I always love the Baruch and Cruppa scenes.
They're the best. I feel like
you can tell how like frustrated Baruch is with Cruppa at all times. Like, why are you like this? Like, why are you being so weird? But he also knows how useful he is. And Cruppa is consistently very, very useful. So basically, yeah, Baruch is telling Cruppa, I want to meet the eel. I think you can arrange this since you know him. And Cruppa's like, sure can. I gotcha on that, boss. So we also get Perrin and Whiskey Jack having a conversation about Dujek's plans to essentially destabilize Darujistan, come in, secure the city by providing stabilization, which is pretty simple and very underhanded, which makes sense considering the fact that Dujek is such a master strategist, master manipulator. Like he's 10 steps ahead at all times.
Well, and the bridge burners are by their nature saboteurs. So
yeah, we talked about that. They're like the equivalent of like a CIA like wet work team.
Yeah.
They go in,
they're burning bridges.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
like if this was now, if they were in modern day, 2026 world, they would have carried out like the Venezuela operation that we just had happen. So that's kind of who they are. And then also Whiskey Jack tells us, if we already kind of pieced, but Seven Cities is in the process, like getting close to rebellion, and Lassine can't do anything because she doesn't have an army. So
she suspended her army.
Yeah. Right. So the tyrant is free and waking up. And I did like Tool being like, we can still hang out. Like, it's cool if you want to be friends or whatever.
I have plans. I already have some plans.
It was really cool. It was really nice to meet you, though.
Yeah.
Tool's always looking for someone to hang out with.
He just wants to be friends, man.
He just knows he has eternity, dude. He's just like, right. I need someone to talk to.
So then Lauren is going to Darujistan, and she feels pretty good. She wants to kill Sari. So, which might be problematic considering Sari is now
not Sari.
Yeah.
And I doubt that Lauren will like believe that. That doesn't feel like a thing that Lauren's gonna buy. So
she's gonna go in there and just fucking stab Absolar. Like that's the plan.
As evidenced by the encounter on the road. Lauren is a stab first, ask questions later kind of person. So
yeah.
If she has her way, she will never get the explanation of who Absolar is.
Right.
And then, so Crocus and Absolar on the Belfry, which is really happened in place, apparently, for an abandoned church to a god people think is dead. So we also see, like, Absolar can see in the dark, and there's something sticking on the floor, so we're getting there's just more layers to Absolar. They find the body. They don't really know what to make of it. They're very chill to find a body, by the way. Which just like...
I feel like that's how I'd be if I found a body.
Would you? You just continue to hang out in the place?
Yeah, be like, I mean... What am I going to...
how I'd be.
I didn't have anything to do with this. It's not... No, we know that's not how you'd be.
Yeah, because I'm compassionate and empathetic. Look, and I'd be terrified.
To a dead person? You'd be like, oh god, I'm next.
I would be scared.
This is not just finding a dead body. They walked into a murder scene. That's more the equivalent.
But Noah's like, yeah, but if I did, it'd be like, well, this is my scene now.
I'll let them know. I'll let the authorities know later.
I was gonna say, it's not that they were like calm. They stayed. They just left the body where it was and stayed there, which is absolutely not the reaction that I would have. But it's also worth noting that, I mean, Crocus, at least, is someone who's been in a life of crime, essentially.
Yeah, he don't care.
Remember. He's friends with assassins. I'm sure he's seen dead bodies. And Absolar has a really weird, messed up brain, so who knows what she's thinking.
Exactly.
And then we get the dragons. And Absolar talking about the ocean and the gardens of the moon.
The gardens of the moon.
And then we also, of course, have the... I liked the last line of this chapter is Crocus on, why not? As he looks at Absolar. Which is so Crocus. It hurts, man. It's so Crocus. Oh, my God. Yeah. So, there's that. This chapter's got a lot in terms of like setting us up for book 7. Because
this comment here from Friend Owl, it's like, oh yeah, Crocus is eternally that guy mowing his lawn with the tornado in the background.
Yes, it's
no big deal. Anyway, this lawn won't mow itself. Jewels won't pick themselves up. Boobs,
right?
Boobies.
So accurate.
There's only one bad thing about this narrator, and it's that he's got y'all both saying Kruppa.
Kruppa.
I hate it.
Krupa, crap.
Kruppa.
That's it.
Croup. He's not crap. Don't say that about dear Kruppa.
Well, you're wrong too, because Steven Erikson apparently has said that it's Krupp. So
Steven Erikson doesn't get to decide.
Look, if anybody knows a thing or two about weird character names in books, it's Will.
That's true.
Do you use weird
you guys
character
are
names?
Have a heyday.
Yeah, this is a pet peeve of Noah's, and in my next book, which is with betas right now, I lean hard into the fantasy names, man. I did, and
like what?
They may change a little. I'll give you Noah's favorite. There's a character who's like he's an older like mentor style character, and his name is Meristopheles. And I think that name totally works. I think it totally works for a fantasy setting.
It's impractical to call him that all the time, though. So what's his nickname?
He doesn't have a nickname.
Doesn't have a name. That's what he goes by.
It's very impractical.
It's not impractical if that's your name.
Meristopheles. Malapacalaris.
Okay, listen. Yeah, you intentionally mispronouncing it.
Mary or Stoff or Cleese.
He's got some romantic names too. Who's your romantic boy? You're a KOTOR boy? Riordan or something? Riordan? Rordan? You know what character I'm talking about.
How is it romantic?
You know what character I'm talking about. Say his name.
The main character? Like the main POV?
Name. Say his name.
Yorodon.
Yeah, that's a romantic name.
It's not that weird. I mean, it is weird. It is weird, but it's not like weird for a fantasy setting. The only thing throwing you off is that I spelled it weird.
For us. Spell it for us.
It's Eoradan.
So stupid, Eeyore. Eeyordon.
You just said it. You just said it.
I understand that I said it. I'm just saying, if you are the author and you get to choose, just pick a name we can say.
How did it say? Jordan?
Yorodon.
Sorry, Jordan.
Yeah, sorry, Jordan.
Listen, I have contemplated changing it to a phonetic spelling, but I liked the visual on the page of the Eoradon. Okay, so that was part of it. And also, you can't complain about this and then love the Stormlight Archive. Sorry, you don't get to.
No, I'm complaining. I don't have a direct line to Brandon Sanderson.
Do you want to call him up and complain about Yasna?
I would say yes. Don't call her Yasna. Why are we doing this? Why is there a J? Why are we doing that? Like, we don't need to do that. Look, I'm just saying. If you are in charge, you can set the rules.
What'd you say?
Make it easier for everyone.
I did fantasy names in Shell's Gate.
Yeah.
But they're still
easy. Noah's names are all very simple in his book. All his names are very simple. They're all very easy to say and spell, which, you know.
Well, yeah, mine are easy to spell.
Yeah, Maurice does that too.
A lot of mine are simple and easy to say too. I have a couple that are more exotic. That's it.
I'm just saying,
they're strange. You know, they're not. I'm not naming my main character Paul.
Right?
Dune. Shout
Frank
out
Herbert.
Frank Herbert.
Frank Herbert's naming conventions in Dune are bonkers. Okay, I mean, like you'll have characters with the weirdest names, like most fantasy, like sci-fi names, and then Duncan, Idaho. What?
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Time out. Sorry, Jordan. This is going a little deep here. Mo, why don't you hit us with important things for chapter 19, and then we can vamp, and Jordan can leave if he wants to.
We can do some 1-star reviews.
But you're gonna want to stay because we're gonna talk about 1-stars, and also Noah is gonna get his 10-minute segment to talk shit. Okay, so somebody keeps attacking Sarat. That keeps happening. That's important. Crocus still got boobies on the brain, so he's going for his girl, Chalice, the cup. Not to be confused with Krupp. Murillo thinks he knows who the eel is. He's like, I'm going to go see him. Let me see if I'm right. Meanwhile, Kruppa is meeting with Baruch, and Baruch's like, I want to meet the eel. And Krupp's like, done. Perrin and learns a little bit more. We kind of talked about that last. I guess it kind of just continues into this chapter, all the discussion about that. Tool, still trying to make friends. Lorne, not interested. She's headed for Darujistan to kill Sari, who is now Absolar. That's correct. If you knew all of that reading this, then good job. You followed along, and it wasn't that hard. I lost both my podcast hosts. For those who are not watching the video, they both got on their phones during my important things.
I had to check something.
Insane. I looked over and I was like, I'm the only one still here. And they're just like,
sorry, I had to check.
I lost them both.
In my defense, I think I'm the only one with a real job.
Bro, I work full time, you shithead.
Barely.
I'm full time in school and also have 6 children, so.
Well, look, I'm tired of falling back on the kids. Stop falling back on the kids.
Well, as soon as they stop requiring
kids are a choice. Kids are a choice.
I write home improvement articles. Okay? I know how to fix. Yes, that's my full-time job.
I did not know that.
I'm a freelance
technical writer.
I thought you were a graphic designer.
I do that too.
Okay.
I'm a hustler, baby.
When I said real job.
When I said.
Okay, medical sales, the bad guy. You're like, you work for Big Pharma, you fuck.
I don't work for Big Pharma. I work for rare disease. We're the good pharma.
He works for Little Pharma.
He works for diseases. Y'all heard that. He is responsible for Ebola.
I'm responsible for giving
vaccines.
people healthier lives.
COVID vaccines.
Because he's a salesman.
I don't work for Pfizer.
He works for
Pfizer.
He works for that guy who patents medicines and makes them really expensive.
Oh,
Shkreli? Martin Shkreli?
Yeah, he works for that guy. No, I don't know.
Is that your boss?
Noah won't. I've asked Noah 4 times. He just diverts. He just changes the subject. And I'm like, what do you do? Because you know he works for somebody evil.
I can't. I mean, I'm not going to talk about it publicly, who I work for, but...
There we go. See? I'm just addressing
Nobody would think
now.
it's bad if you knew. If you knew what it was, nobody would think it was bad. I used to
work for a lead
employer
generation company. I used to do sales at a lead generation company. So I know what it's like. I know the guilt and shame that you feel, Noah, making really good money doing terrible things for the world.
I do want to clarify. I'm in education, not in sales. So I know that gets brought up a lot, that I'm in sales a lot. But
education. He's educating his customers, his clients. He just calls them students.
It is illegal to sell in America. It is illegal to sell a drug to a doctor. You can't do that. There's a lot of strict laws.
Have y'all seen Love and Other Drugs? The movie?
No.
With Jake Gyllenhaal?
No.
That's Noah.
No.
Have you seen Thank You for Smoking with Aaron Eckhart? That's Noah.
I have seen that, yeah.
He's a lot.
Have you seen the one? What's the mini series that came out a few years ago with Jesse Plemons? That's in the it's like the opiates. That's like the
Dope Sick.
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
That's you, right? You're Jesse Plemons in that movie. Or
that's actually what made my whole industry much better after that. That's what put all the regulations on. But no, I was a child when that was happening. That has nothing to do with me.
Jesse Plemons is incredible. What an incredible actor.
He's a great actor. Great actor. Yeah.
Snubbed at the Oscars, right?
That's right. That's what I heard.
Oh, for
I don't pay attention.
What is it called? Begonia?
I don't know.
For Begonia.
I haven't seen it. I don't watch movies again. I'm gonna bring up the kids again, Noah. Sorry.
I don't
get to watch grown-up movies very often. So
no, I understand.
Rock, dude.
There's a lot of good. I love kids movies.
Kid movies rock till you watch them 48 times.
That's the thing. The first 3 times, K-pop Demon Hunters was really cool. The 75th time, and the 9,000th time listening to the soundtrack, it's less cool.
Yeah. Oh, if you don't want to talk about Malazan anymore, if you're done with Malazan, you can leave now.
Yeah, we're done. We're done with Malazan. Well, we're going to talk about the 1 stars. The 1 star.
We're going to do 1 star. We're going to do a game. We're going to play a game, and we're going to read 1-star reviews for Gardens of the Moon. We're going to try to keep it spoiler free for the ending, I think.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. All the 1 stars are going to be DNFs because they don't follow the
rules. They're all DNFs that I've found. Yeah, I found maybe one that finished it and gave it a 1 star. So this one was probably my favorite one.
Do you rate DNFs, y'all?
I don't rate DNFs.
I don't either. No, you should start. Why not?
I should.
Keep your integrity.
Just give them 5 stars. 5 stars DNF.
I can't believe Gardens of the Moon.
Well, apparently
has a 3.93 average.
Yeah. So on Goodreads, it's 3.93 with 130, almost 138,000 ratings. So that rating's not moving anytime soon. It's going to stay there.
Not if our club can do anything about it.
Yeah,
a lot of people.
We can do
what?
It. Not if we can change the minds of millions.
If it gets 360 5 stars, it probably won't move it at all. So
I don't like your pessimism.
Okay. Anyway, my favorite one though, it's the highest rated one on here. When you look at the 1 stars, is from Becky. She rated it in 2014.
Shout out Becky.
Who almost certainly is not listening to this based on her review of the book.
Becky.
Tag her on Instagram.
So she said she has like almost 2,000 followers on Goodreads, which is crazy to me.
It's cringe. You don't even have that many on Instagram.
I know. So
that's crazy. She
said, I'm officially calling this one Time of Death, 9:18 p.m., March 6th, 2014. She said my interest level in the book has only declined. And it wasn't even that it was bad. It was just so all over the place. I didn't have the patience for it. Not for a single book that gives me nothing to work with after 300 plus pages, and definitely not for a 14 plus book series opening book that has nothing to work with. First of all, I don't know why she's saying 14 books, unless she's accounting every Malazan book that had been released at that time, but that seems like an odd choice. She made it to the 54% mark and gave up when the book started mocking calls for brevity, which I'm assuming is the scene where Kruppa is reading the old books and like groaning about how they wrote and how they talked.
Which is irony.
So I'm assuming, yeah. So you're going to waste my time by showing scene after scene of disparate, bad dialogue that is purposely maddeningly cryptic. She said, picture a hooded mage waggling his fingers mysteriously saying, ooh, after every comment from Shadow Throne or Airlock. It gives exactly 0 story. And then after more than 300 pages, with almost that much left in the back half, you have your most annoying character crack a joke asking for brevity after reading 3 paragraphs of historical documents.
I love her.
What is Becky like?
You know what? I can check.
Yeah,
tell me. Check.
I bet it's Allie.
Here's Mark.
No offense.
Here's Mark. Listen, you ready? This book sucks. Yeah. Up and down, forward and back, sucks. I read each chapter twice in a row and still had no idea what the fuck was going on. I still don't, and furthermore, I don't care. Reading is my last refuge. I read to escape. This book was like a job, except jobs pay you. This book makes you work your tail off and doesn't pay. Fuck you, Mr. Erickson. Fuck you. Wow.
That's
amazing.
I like that review.
This guy thinks books are not political. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. Becky, let's see. How can Becky like? Is there a way to sort on here by like, I don't know.
You can go to
what she gave good ratings to.
Yeah, you can go to her bookshelf.
Okay.
And you'll see kind of a collection. DNF at 5%.
I like this one.
5%.
Reasons. 1, all talk, no show. 2, no connection to any of the characters. 3, info dumps galore.
I would love an info dump in Gardens of the Moon. That
just tells me the person hasn't read the book at all, actually.
This is what I find so often in readers is people love to pretend like they know what these words mean. But they do not know what show don't tell means. They do not know what an info dump is. They do not know also that info dumps are exposition is a part of storytelling, and you as the author have to choose when to tell things that are important.
There is exposition in this book.
You have
There is exposition in the book. It's just that it's not done in the way a lot of fantasy does it now.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Noah? You were.
Oh, I was just gonna say I love when people pretend like they know what that means, what info dumping is. It's like you don't understand. Me having two characters have a dialogue to explain something in a book is how you show don't tell. So don't
which is also people like, I wish I would have learned this information via dialogue, and it's like, no, sometimes you don't need a weird shoehorned conversation. I read The Sword of Trigon. I got to the chapter that is a history lesson in 30 pages, and I was like, I'll read this later.
That's also something that author does in Blood Over Brighthaven too. There's a chapter at the beginning of that book that basically is like coding for dummies to explain how the magic system works.
That drives me fucking crazy. Just show me how show me the magic.
That's an info dump.
That's an
info dump.
Yeah.
Noah, did you have a review you wanted to share with us?
No.
Here's one.
I did, but it's on my work phone, and my work phone's out in my car, and I don't want to go. Oh.
Fair enough. From Andrew,
he works from his
1
car,
star in 2012. This book is terrible. The end. Then he goes on to write about probably 700 words. Yeah. After reading through other great fantasy series, such as Wheel of Time, Song of Ice and Fire, and every damn thing Brandon Sanderson has yet written, I went searching around the internet for recommendations and found, there's a couple quotes like, read Malazan. It has awesome action sequences. In my foolish naivete, I believed them. But oh boy, was I wrong. Naivete. And then he goes on to give a really weird sort of summary of the plot. And he says, I have a problem with the characters, namely the POV changes so often you couldn't connect with them even if the book was well written, which it most certainly is not. Despite the book being over 600 pages, the characters are flat as a pancake. I don't care about Perrin because he doesn't appear to have any attachment to anything. I don't know or care why Whiskey Jack is about to launch a rebellion because I hardly know anything about him either. What it tells me is they're not reading the book as it's written. They're reading the book as they wish it was written, which is
that's
a different thing, right? And if you're coming
why reading is subjective, it is because
right. If you're coming from Wheel of Time, Song of Ice and Fire, I won't include Sanderson because it's very different. But Song of Ice and Fire, I feel like if you can parse that, he does similar things in a lot of ways.
In Gardens of the Moon, I think. Yeah. He's the king. George R. R. Martin is the king of a lot of things, but he's also first and foremost the king of immersion. That man knows how to fucking put you in a world and wrap you in it. And I think that's incredible. He does incredible work. Noah, what are you doing?
There's a dot on my screen, and so I was letting it trace around my nose.
I was just watching you like this.
Yeah. Well, you guys can't see it, but there's a little piece of dust on my screen, so I'm just having it outline my nostrils.
I was I brought it up.
No, I'm listening
earlier.
to you. I'm just
What was I saying? I got so distracted by.
You were talking about George R. R. Martin immersing you in a world.
Oh yeah, that dude knows how to wrap you in a world. He throws you in with very little context. The prologue of Game of Thrones, which is the first book. The prologue of Game of Thrones is these guys get attacked in Beyond the Wall. You don't know what the Black brothers are. You don't know.
Oh yeah, with the circle, I remember that.
Don't know what
the wall out with something you have no idea what the wall is.
I love that.
You don't know what the White Walkers are. You're none of this is familiar to you.
That's good fantasy, and people hate to hear that. They don't like to hear that because everybody's handheld now, and then they bitch when you try to do that. And then they're like, "Well, you guys, I don't want you to show me any. I don't want you to tell me anything." But really, they just want you to tell everything. That's really what they want.
They need all the information.
One of the worst things for modern fantasy and really modern literature in general has been show don't tell entering the popular lexicon.
Oh my god, I hate it.
It's because people are throwing that around.
Thing to know as a writer,
yes.
It is a very important lesson.
Yes.
It is not something that readers truly
you don't need
understand.
It as a reader.
No.
And also, a lot of writers don't understand it either because they are using the popular definition. Show don't tell doesn't mean that you always show and you never tell. Like, there are moments when both things can be appropriate.
Exactly.
But the trick as a writer is knowing when to do that.
Yes.
And doing it in a way that doesn't yank you out of the narrative. And the truth of the matter is, showing all the time will also take you out of the narrative because you will be shoehorning in weird conversations and things that don't make sense. And like, why are we here? Why is this scene happening?
Hello, my cousin whose mother recently died. Right. How are you today?
Right. Yeah.
That's terrible dialogue.
Exactly.
It's like, I have a very specific beta reader in my book. I mean, they know who they are. They're not gonna listen to this. Who cares? They always bring up you're info dumping. I'm like, this is not info dumping. I don't know what you think I'm writing here or what you think is happening, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to take your feedback on this because there is no info dumping happening in this. Yeah. In this paragraph, like you can't tell me that because you can't tell me there's info dumping in an action sequence when there's no info happening.
That's insane.
Me showing you how a magic system works by there being a fight is the definition of showing, not telling. Okay. Mm-hmm. You don't want me to explain that to you in this situation. So don't tell me it's info dumping because it's not. You don't understand it. I don't care how many fucking followers you have. That does not info dumping.
Oh, it's somebody with a lot of followers. Okay.
Oh yeah. And it's like, you don't understand that. Like, don't come in here and tell me what that is. I'm asking you to beta read for your thoughts. If that's your thoughts and I disagree with them, you have to be okay with me disagreeing with them.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's my book.
Exactly. So, and it's yeah. Well, I'm like, I think when people actually read like info dumpy writing, it's, it. If you've read very much, you notice it when people are doing it. And it's usually that, like, well, it's like what we talked about with ML Wong a little bit. She does this where she'll just take a character who exists solely to give you information, right? Or
that's a cliche.
Like there'll be a classroom scene,
Yes.
And it's like,
I really
I
did.
Just sat through a lecture.
I DNF sort of Kaigen at that scene
because
I was like,
so it's funny because
this should have been edited out. 100%, this should have been edited
so
out.
I think Emma Wong and R.F. Kuang kind of do the same thing, but Kuang does it in a way where she's unapologetic about info dumping. Mm-hmm. And I really like that in her writing because you expect that with her, and she's done that so many times that it works in her narrative and her style. So it doesn't feel weird. It's just part of who she is.
I think a lot of us read Harry Potter growing up, fuck curves, but also like we read Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling does it really well. When you're learning the very soft magic system that is in the Harry Potter universe, you're out of school. Yeah. You expect lessons, but when Snape is teaching them how to do, we don't just step into a fucking boring ass lecture. In that lecture, Hermione's turned into a cat. You know what I mean? Like, things happen in the story that are important for us to know about, and we're also learning what ingredients go into a love potion, and that's cool. But Jesus, man, I hate that. Just go read some of my 1 stars on Cello's Gate, and then go read the 5 stars, and you'll see that reading is subjective, completely subjective. Because they literally say the opposite things. And you can listen to us gush about Steven Erickson's writing and how the reason why this is so complicated for people is because there is no exposition. And then you have info dumps galore.
Which is like, if there are info dumps galore, you're not going to be confused. Okay, so you can't be both confused and talk about how many info dumps there are.
This person was not confused. They said it's talk, no show, info dumps galore, no connection to any of the characters, DNF 5%.
At 5%, you do not have enough information to say that. Like 5%,
it is 50 pages.
You might as well. It's like it's not. Is it even a full chapter? In this book, it might be prologue and part of chapter 1.
Yeah.
Like, at 5%, you don't have enough, right? There are several
people get pissed.
There are lots
about
of books.
The weirdest things. When I talk to my editor,
I think Malazan. Go ahead.
Well, when I worked with my developmental editor, she was like, "People are going to have an issue with the fact that you wrote this in present tense," and I was like, "I don't care." She's like, "Okay, I'm just letting you know, you will get negative reviews just because it's present tense." And I was like, "Okay," and go look at my negative reviews. Half of them are because of this weird third person present tense, which I think is the best way to tell a story, because stories that are written in past tense fuck with me a little bit. One, they kind of like, I'm like, when is this being told from? But also, I don't like the what's the name of the wind style narration, because
The
I feel like
frame narrative.
it is a spoiler in itself that the character makes it.
Because they're there. Yeah.
They're there. They're telling me this story. I know he becomes old, Sun Eater, same thing. I just can't get into them.
Sun Eater, I never felt that threat because Hadrian's fine.
I'll tell you one that played with that a lot. It's a movie from the 90s called Carlito's Way. Have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
It inspired some of what Blood remembers, but it is... I'm going to spoil it here, so just so you're aware. But it's a frame narrative like that, right? He's like talking about it, narrating it as he goes, but then he dies at the end. It's like,
bro, is that
that's funny?
Which is kind of cool. It's like playing the idea like, oh, you thought he was safe because he was narrating it. Nope.
No, not safe.
Diddy.
Not safe.
Diddy's in this movie.
Is Diddy in that movie? Did I forget that he's in that movie?
You're talking about it?
Carlito's Way, Rise to Power. It's a follow-up.
I was going to say, the first one is Al Pacino. So, apparently there was a direct-to-DVD sequel. I did not know that.
Viggo Mortensen. That's a Sean Penn. Luis Guzman. Wait, I'm on the second one.
It's a good movie, man. If you like gangster movies, it's a good one.
Holy shit.
Okay, now we've talked about some 1-stars. Y'all got some writing perspective from us.
Yeah,
I would like to hear.
Sorry, Jordan.
Well, Jordan's not listening at this point.
Jordan's not
we warned him
anymore.
ahead of time. No, I would like to hear about your week on social media.
Yeah, man.
What happened?
I mean, so my week on social media all stems from me.
I can still hear.
All stems from me caring about people and people hoping. Look, I know I look a certain way. I know I present a certain way. You expect things of me that may not be true about me, right? People don't assume I'm a progressive liberal. People don't assume that I'm kind of smart, that I have multiple literary degrees, and they don't like that. They don't like that that's who I am. They want me to be a talking head. They want me to be someone to tell them what fantasy book to read next because this one's cool. And when I step outside of that box is when people get upset. When I come outside of this backwards hat wearing, hoodie wearing frat boy. And when I go outside of that box, what they want, they freak out. They freak the fuck out because they're like, oh, you're a human. They don't like that. Okay. Then, so we had that. So first thing that went crazy, lost a ton of followers. Everybody's bitching. Everybody's upset because I was sad people are dying in America. God forbid that I care about that. Because, that's how white males aren't supposed to care about that stuff. And so besides me being extremely handsome, I get that. And besides me caring that people are dying, the other day I posted a video where I saw someone post a review of an indie book that they really liked. They were very clear that they liked it. The write-up, they really liked it. And they gave it 3 stars. They have a lot of followers. And so I went on real quickly and I said, hey guys, listen, if you like an indie book and you want people to read an indie book, you need to give it 4 or 5 stars. Now that is not me saying every single indie book you need to give 5 stars. That's how it was taken by everyone. That is not what I said. That is not what I meant. I think if you watch me enough, that's not what I mean. All I was saying was, if you care about this indie author, if you care about their livelihood, yeah, I'm telling you, if you give them under 4 stars, you don't give a fuck about their career. because I don't care what you understand about the algorithm in Amazon. I don't care what you understand about star ratings. You don't understand that it absolutely fucks them when you give them under 4 stars. Don't tell me you want people to read their book. Don't tell me you like their book and then give them 3 stars. Okay, that is an insult to that author. And so when you do that, you're actively hurting that author. So, no, I'm not saying every indie book you read, you need to go give 4 or 5 stars. I'm saying if you enjoyed that book, if you want people to read that book, if you want that author to keep writing those books, you need to give it 4 stars at the very least, because otherwise it is not going to get recommended to people. And if it's a really good book and they have 10 reviews and you give them a 3, they're fucked. They're fucked.
Yeah. It's simple math.
And I know
the way that math
and I know
and the
doing
algorithms
this
work.
And there was people in there saying like, Noah's only saying this because he's going to have an indie book. First off, I've never once said I'm going to have an indie book. So get that out of your fucking mind, because who knows what I'm going to do? I don't know. This has nothing to do. I don't give a fuck about my book and those ratings. I'm talking about the indie authors that for 2 years I've been building up and trying to build a community around. And the most embarrassing thing for the indie community in all of this was that everybody bitching were shitty indie authors. Okay? Look at who agreed with me. Look at who shared it. You're going to see Philip Quaintrell, Michael R. Miller, J.D. Evans, Ryan Cahill. These are very successful indie authors because they understand how it works. They understand how reviews work, and they can think beyond, trying to posture themselves on my post. Because I know a lot of you were fucking posturing because you DM'd me after saying that you don't want me to talk bad about your book. If you're in my comments telling me that I need to do something and that you have respect and you think, you want to give off this image, then you come into my DMs and say, Noah, don't do this to me. You are a fucking liar. And it makes me want to do nothing more than to talk shit about your book. But you know what? End of the day, I am a good guy. And if I like your book, I'm not going to talk shit about it as much as I want to. I'm not going to share your DM pictures. I'm not going to screenshot your DMs and post them on my story to let everybody know that you're a little fucking liar. Okay? So, bottom line, I didn't have a bad week on social media. Racists had a bad week on social media. Shitty indie authors had a bad week on social media. And my followers who have common sense had a bad week on social media because they had to deal with people in my comments. Me, you know what I did? I went to fucking bed. Because, yeah, I lost 500 followers, but guess what? I got 2,000. So fuck off. That's it.
So let's crack this open, everybody.
Let's dive in. Let's dive into this. First off, I want to reiterate 100% that if you are at all curious about where we fall on the the situation in Minnesota and at large across the United States, that we are strongly in the anti-ICE category. And all of us have posted on social media this week saying exactly that. So let's get that out of the way.
I said this outside in my post, my story that I made. As people, you get a lot of Noah. I know you were told a lot to stay in your lane, which is such a funny fucking thing to say when it's something like this. And I don't get it. But what you don't understand is that for all those people that are triggered by what you're saying because they don't want to hear facts and they don't like facing the reality of the situation and the piece of shit that they voted for, a lot of those people, they don't realize that just as there are 10 of them and there are thousands of people who are waiting and hoping that you are going to say something that will give them a voice, because that's what we're doing. We're not here. You guys have given me this platform. You guys have given Noah this platform. You guys have given Will. Some of you have given Will a platform. And for those, you do that because you like us, you respect us, and we owe it to you when you give us that platform to use our voice to speak for you. Yeah, I'm not I'm not a fucking senator. You didn't vote for me, but you do follow me. You do comment on my videos. You do share my stuff, and you do buy my book, and that means a lot to me. And so, in return, I will get on here and call fascists fascists. I will get on here and I will say that shooting a man 11 times while he's trying to help someone up is a fucking problem and that we need to address it. So fuck y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's be completely clear before we move on from the political stuff to the other situation. Let's be totally clear that this is not a I say political stuff. This is not a political issue. This is an issue of moral standing. And what happened last week to Alex Pretty is not a situation that is political, although it has been politicized. This is an issue of moral wrongdoing by bad people. And I think that to call it anything less than outright murder is to sanitize it to a point that is losing the point. So, again, if you guys don't enjoy us talking about this, that's fine. And you're not required to continue listening or continue, following us. That is your choice. But as for us, and our choice is to stand on what we believe is the right side of history. So,
and side note, you don't have to let us know that you're not going to listen anymore.
Right. It is not an airline.
I don't
you do not
give
need to announce your departure.
Dude.
I don't give a fuck. You are free to go, and you are free to live your life, forgetting that we ever existed. That is totally
And
fine.
Honestly, we've already forgotten you. We didn't even know you were here in the first place.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you, bro. Didn't even know you.
I don't think we have a lot of those. I'll be real with you. I do not believe we have a lot of those people.
Unless Jordan leaves, I'm probably not gonna notice.
And listen, I can tell you from knowing just a little bit about Jordan, he will not leave.
Jordan's not leaving.
So Jordan has been one of the people who I've seen on social media this week. Yeah, very outspoken. So let's talk about the indie book thing. I think this is an interesting opportunity to get some inputs on this.
A simple motherfucking math problem for you guys, okay? We got a book that has 5 stars, right? 4, let's say it has 10 4-stars. And let's say it has 3 3-stars, okay? Because a lot of you indie authors, that's how many reviews you have. That's how many ratings. And that's a lot. You got 18 people to read your book and talk about it online. And that's not an easy thing to do. But 25 plus 40 plus 9 is 74. Divided by 18, that's a 4.1 average. Let's add a 1. You get 1 1-star. That brings it down to a 3.9.
Nobody's buying it.
Yeah. The difference in a 4.1 and a 3.9 is an ocean of difference. Huge. In terms of the indie community.
Huge.
On
especially
Amazon
in fantasy. And fantasy and sci-fi, if it's under 4 stars, people aren't buying it. In the thriller community, it's like
can still show up.
Yeah.
4.1 can still show up in the algorithm, can still be promoted, can still pop up in recommended titles. A 3.9 gets buried. Okay? And that's just how it is.
You have to know this about Amazon. Amazon is a corporate entity selling products.
Yeah.
Books aren't rated differently than toasters.
Right.
Okay? A product is a product. Amazon's going to push you a product with 4 over. They're going to bury something under 4 because they see that as not as good as a product as the other thing.
And they do this with everything. This is not a books exclusive sort of thing.
Let me say this too. You are not an expert critic. You are a consumer consuming a product. You're not paid to talk, unless you are. You're not paid to talk about
Which is different. Let me be clear. That's different. If you are a paid reviewer who is reviewing for a magazine or something like that, that is a different situation, I think, in terms of, you're talking about that's not what's happening here. That's not the people this was targeted at. And I think it's important to state this, that what Noah said in that video was incredibly benign. That was not an inflammatory statement telling people to lie about reviews or to grade indie books differently than trad books. That was not what he was saying at all. That is what people took it as. They took it as, if you read an indie book, you got to get it 5 stars, which is a just baseless and completely false reading of the situation. What he was saying is, if you like a book,
hold me to the same standard as traditional books, and also stop holding me to the same standard. I don't have money.
Well, like, my thing is, you can't tell me. I mean, listen, I'm an indie author. I'll just say this outright. I believe that my book is good enough to stand in the same space as trad. What it is not able to do is get 2,500 ARC reviewers who can get that rating up or normalize it to where a 1 star or a 2 star or a 3 star is not going to affect my livelihood.
Does nothing.
My ability to make money off of this book is directly impacted by the reviews and the quantity and the quality of reviews. So if someone likes my book and they say, man, this book was awesome, I really enjoyed it, 3 stars. That is...
Do you want
it hurting?
It's just
that
like,
is
you
hurting.
want
If you
this
believe
author
it is
to
a
do
3-star, right? You cannot talk out both sides of your mouth, which is what some people are doing here. You can't say, I want to support the indie community, I want to support indie authors, I want to help platform them, and also give books you like 3 stars, because that is those two things are in conflict. And I'm not saying, if you believe my book is only a 3-star book, rate it 3 stars. If you believe it is good and other people should read it, be honest about that and admit that that's not a 3-star rating on Amazon.
Here's the truth. We all know that the standards are different. We all know that there is a negative stigma with indie books. We all know that if you are an indie self-published author, you are at an inherent disadvantage. That's a fact. No one's arguing against that. Ask anybody in Noah's comments. They will agree with that. You cannot then say, but we should judge them the same as traditional books, because you know that disadvantage impacts their ability to sell. And you are just piling on. You have to alter your rating system if you truly do support. Stop looking at things as, if my book is a 3-star book. That's not... If you want people to read my book as an indie author, and I'm not saying mine, but if you want people to read my book as an indie author, rate accordingly. Rate based on whether you want people to read it. And a 5 and 4 is like, I am advocating for this book. A 3 and lower, like it or not, is saying, I do not like this book. Do not read it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what you're saying.
There's no nuance,
but that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Like, you would be more accurate, honest to God, it would be more accurate if they gave you just a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Like, that
Rotten
would
Tomatoes
be more
that shit,
accurate
dude.
for Amazon and what
Tomato
they want.
or Splat. That's what they give. That's what they give the people. Rotten Tomatoes were fucking smart, and they were like, we're going to have a bunch of couch armchair critics.
Yeah.
And that's, we're going to have a bunch of those people getting on websites and making their own blogs and posting it. So we're going to give them 2 options. You either liked it or you didn't.
Do you want to know what is considered fresh on Rotten Tomatoes? It's above 60%. So, sorry guys, it's the same situation. Okay,
that's a fucking F. That's a D. That's a D, y'all.
Yeah,
D's are passing.
Yeah.
D
so
for diploma.
Everybody who wanted to come in there and talk about how 3 stars is actually good, it's not, according to any publication, any platform. None of them consider 3 stars to be good. And we can argue the nuance of that, but it just is the reality. It is the reality. And you can say, well, on my scale, Amazon and their algorithm doesn't care about your scale. And what you should do is, in the write-up of your review, be as nuanced as you want. But if you recommend the book, at the end of the day, I would recommend this book, it needs to be at least 4 stars. And I would say
if you don't give it that, then
I wouldn't change this for trad. Let me be very clear.
No, I wouldn't either.
I say the same thing for trad books, but the reality of the situation is they can take the hit. Okay,
I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these indie authors who are complaining and arguing with you in your comments and saying that you need to hold them to the same standards, don't just like, I lose respect for you as a reviewer because obviously you're lying, are the same people that make 2 posts a week about how hard it is to be an indie author. And that drives me crazy because I've made posts about indie marketing, but pity doesn't sell. It never sells.
No.
Unless you're like a charity organization, which you're not. You're an author.
ASPCA?
Yes, that pity sells there. Let me tell you, Sarah McLachlan, baby.
Well, I would tell those people to go look at successful indie authors. Look at Philip Quintrell, Ryan Cahill, even someone smaller. Go look at ZB Steele. Okay, do you see those people posting about how hard it was? No, you don't see that. You don't see them posting how hard it was or how it's not fair or any of that stuff. But all of those people would also acknowledge the reality of this and have acknowledged the reality of this situation.
Yeah, I'll just go out on a limb and say, I'm right here.
Right. Yeah.
I am a successful indie author.
I didn't want to include you because you are right there and you can speak for yourself.
But I am a successful indie author. A 1-star review moves me down 0.01 based on my ratings. But somebody who has under 100 ratings, that 1 star is going to kill them. That 3-star is going to kill them. Like,
yeah, I mean,
you have to understand.
In the flip side of this, I'm right here, right? I'm right here. So my book has been reviewed quite well. I'm currently creeping up on 50 ratings on Goodreads, which is good. That's good for indie, right? That's solid. If I got a 1-star right now, it would crush everything I've built up. So
you'd lose at least
I'm in a better situation than some. I'm sitting at a 4.51 at about 40 ratings right now. And if I got a 1-star, I'd be at what, like a 4.2, 4.3 probably. So
let me see. I mean, you said 4.51 times 40
as of this morning, at about 40.
180.4.
Yeah, I mean,
4.
That's just the reality of it. It's not something that's like. And the people who refuse to engage with reality on this, like, well, Amazon's wrong. Okay, yeah, they are. But what do you want me to do about that? Do you think Jeff Bezos is going to watch Noah's video and change his mind? No.
It is true. It is true. What you're saying, Will, is true. And it's that, yes, 2.5 is technically halfway between
that is
0 stars.
Technically average.
And 5. But no, it's not technically like 0. The scale doesn't start at 0. So, like, let's fucking remember that. It's only a 4-star difference between 1 and 5. So really, 3 is the average, right? Let's say 3 is the middle ground. That's not how readers think. It doesn't matter that that's logically true.
That's just,
It does not. 3 is not good. 3 is bad. You may be.
At the very best,
have overthought the shit out of your stuff. But I hate those teachers, like those teachers in school who are like, well, I gave you a 98 because technically no one is perfect. And I'm like, bitch, yes, I am. And he's a man. I'm talking to a man, not a lady teacher. So when I said bitch, I was calling him a bitch.
Yeah. Shut up,
I watch
bitch.
a lot of RuPaul's Drag Race, so I say a lot of things I'm not supposed to say because of that show.
Yeah, as I say, you're appropriating.
You know, I will say one thing before I want to be done talking about this, just because it's over at this point. But the one thing I will say, a lot of people in there who disagreed with me. I agree with your points. I do. Like, at the end of the day, like, those are the same things I think. Just unfortunately, I have a better understanding of the world than you. Like, I can't, as someone who gets as many views as they do, I can't in good conscience talk about an indie book I loved and give it 3 stars. Like, your fucking 200 followers, I don't give a fuck if you do it. It doesn't matter. It matters if I do that. Okay? And I know that sounds arrogant as fuck, and it is. But it will hurt people. It will hurt. If I gave Will a 3-star on his review on his book, it would not be good. It would not be good. And so I can't do that. I can't do that. Not that his book is a 3 stars in my mind, because I liked it, and I would.
Let's clarify.
I would. I like it. I like it. I would recommend it. If I like an indie book and I would recommend it, it's always getting a 4 or 5 stars from me.
Let me say this: as an author, if you don't give me 5, I think you didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. As a
I don't like inner perfectionism.
Is telling yes.
I was like, okay, fine. Fine. You're.
I said 4 stars. That's just to give the annoying neckbeards a little
4 and 5
wiggle room.
Where you,
I don't.
4 and 5
are share 4-star reviews of Cello's Gate online. Like I'm not sharing those unless it's video.
I'm gonna only share 2-star reviews of my book when it comes out.
I think you've ensured you're gonna get a couple probably.
Oh, I'm gonna get so many, dude. It's not. Like, I understand. And that's the thing. It's like, it's not about me. All this is trying to get the indie authors that I like to get more people to read their books. That's all my account's ever been when I talk about indie stuff. It's just so crazy that the main chunk of people that came after me were indie authors who want me to read their book.
Yeah. And I think that
they're
for
so
fellow indie authors, I think
so self-defeating. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
Don't do that to yourself.
And then they're offering me books in the comments. I'm like, are you fucking serious? You think
want me to honestly review your book that wasn't edited?
Yeah, I know. They're like, oh, and be honest too. I'm like, yeah. If I have to be honest about your book, I'm not finishing it.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Thumbs up or thumbs down.
I wonder how many people
let you know right now.
Yeah.
I love indie authors, but most of them are this. I know that because I'm an SFPO judge and I'm reading a shit ton of indie books right now. And there needs to be an entry fee. There needs to be an entry fee.
I'll speak on that. I did not sign up for it. So for those of you rooting against me.
No.
I didn't sign up for it. That's why I haven't posted it. I'm not in it.
I mean, I love the contest. I think it does a lot of good things, but yeah, there's some crazy, like some books that, because it's a lottery to start. So
yeah, the lottery gets cut. Tough, yeah.
I mean, that's the only way you can do it. Mark can't give us 1,000 books to read.
No, it's got to be. You either have to do an entry fee of some kind, or you do the lottery. It's the only fair way to do it.
Or you let the reviewers. For sure. My suggestion that I'm going to give. So my suggestion for Mark, if you're listening, Mark Lawrence, if anybody doesn't know, me and Mark Lawrence are buddies, obviously. So
really helping that image right now.
It's another indie author.
Look, my image is to overinflate my image. That's what I do.
This is his brand. This is very on brand for Noah.
My suggestion for instead of the lottery, I would be okay with, as a judge, to give us twice as many books, but we're allowed to just look at the slush pile and read like a blurb or the first chapter and be like, no. And then we take half of those, and those are the ones that are in. I don't think that's that much work, and I think it will give better quality.
Well, because the lottery inherently, by its nature, is going to leave out some really good books. Like, I mean, like I know.
I didn't know it was a lottery.
Whispers of the Storm did not make it into the lottery.
Yeah, and it's just a lottery.
Like, that book almost certainly would have placed very highly if it had. So it's like,
it's better than any book I've read so far in my group.
Yeah,
and I just read one that I really, really liked, but ZB's book would have beat that.
Yeah, I mean that book was among the best fantasies I read last year. Indie or trad, either one. So,
I mean, besides Maurice, I mean, him and Maurice are kind of tied.
Well, we're nemesis. We're nemesis.
Yeah.
We're arch nemesis.
All right, let's wrap it up there. I'm tired of pretending like I actually think I'm a good-looking guy. I'm gonna go back to my regular life now.
This is what he does when y'all aren't here. He disparages himself and makes us compliment him. It's sickening.
Yeah. No, it's okay. You actually are. It's okay.
You're so pretty. You're so blonde.
I look so bad today. I haven't showered yet. I
I showered before I got. That's why we started.
Oh my god!
I had to shower.
I got this hoodie on with no shirt on under it.
So a GIF or like a tweet, and it was like being a blonde kid in school history class, and it's like, oh, he would love you. He'd love you. He would have loved you. Mm-hmm. You know exactly who.
I do. I know exactly what you're talking about.
My argument was always, I don't have blue eyes. I don't have blue eyes. That's what I always said.
What are
I
they,
got
gray?
the reddish blonde and the green. So
They're like greenish grayish.
They both have green eyes. I got brown eyes. But joke's on you guys, because when everybody can change their eye colors and it actually look not insane, this is going to be what's sexy.
brown.
What do you say, round?
Because nobody's going to want it.
It's like very common right now.
Yeah, because nobody has it. Yeah. That's the problem.
All the brown-eyed people are going to change their eye color to be like blue, green, whatever.
And then blue is going to be like normal.
Well, blue already is pretty normal. Green is the
blue
rare
is
one.
normal. Green is
the rare one. Yeah.
Green is the rare one.
Two of them
Funny
here.
enough.
Lucky you guys.
You know, green and blonde is the rarest combination of eye and hair color.
I thought red hair with brown eyes was rarer.
So no, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. I mean population wise, like how many there are. Yeah, yeah.
Well, red hair is inherently less common than blonde hair anyway.
So,
yeah.
Because you guys are a genetic mutation. I'm still normal. Yeah. Let's get that out of the way first.
Yeah.
You're a genetic mutation. That's different than a regular human being.
You're right. Okay, so let's be clear. Just so we're clear about what Noah just said. That
you can't feel burnt.
The white guy with blonde hair is normal. The white guy with blonde hair is normal, and the other people are weird and wrong.
Yeah.
That is not what I said, but you sound like a commenter on one of my videos.
Hey, quick, Will. You know that you don't feel pain as much as other people.
I have gout.
Or is it?
I feel pain a lot.
Is it fire? It's something. Gingers. There's a genetic predisposition where like
there is something like that. Yeah,
pain
I don't remember
tolerance
what.
Because you're made fun of so much as a kid, you just build up a tolerance to pain.
Build it up. Listen, being a fat kid with red hair was rough. That was rough.
I'm sorry.
That would be tough, man.
That was rough.
I can't. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. You seem like you got through it okay.
I was homeschooled too for part of my
God,
childhood.
That's why you got.
You had no chance.
That's even worse.
You had no.
Fat kid,
chance.
red hair, homeschool.
I was very popular in school, so like
I was really unpopular in school.
Didn't you play sports?
Look, that's not important.
I thought you played
sports.
football, right? Like, what?
We don't need to get in. Let's just assume I was unpopular in school.
He just lied. He lied.
You're like 6'3" and played football. I'm sure you were super unpopular, dude.
Oh my god.
No one would talk to me.
Yeah, see, Noah was popular for the reasons you hate. I was popular because I was so likable. And that's the case now.
You also, I'm assuming.
Noah's rubbing off.
I'm assuming
I gotta
you
get
were also,
off this podcast.
You were also kind of a disobedient kid, weren't you, Maurice?
Oh,
you were the kid that brought cigarettes to school.
No, dude, I was a smart kid. I was GT.
Those are the worst ones.
Well, yeah. I mean, I did that stuff, but I didn't bring them on campus. I'm not a fucking idiot. You know, I was a poor, smart kid. So, like, all the teachers
Noah
loved
did that
me
stuff on campus and got away with it. I
didn't even have to try to get away with it. I just went into Dr. Smith's office, be like, "Listen, Dr. Smith, it's not that big of a deal. Give me a red vine." She's like, "You're right, Noah. Go ahead."
You were that kid.
What the fuck is a red vine?
It's like a Twizzler.
Isn't that candy?
No, it's not a Twizzler.
That is a thing.
They look alike. Not the same thing, though.
Did you say a red vine or a Marlboro Red? Because I think we were having two different conversations.
No, red vine.
My guy.
Red vine.
The candy?
Hey, Dr. Smith, let me blow the
candy.
smoke.
The licorice.
What? Hey, T, you're like you're like the guy from Karate Kid. You're the bad guy from Karate Kid. Like, hey, T, give me a red vine.
Yeah.
And you just catch it.
What's his name? Billy, what's his name? Billy Zabka. That's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were always the villain,
Look,
man.
I'm just going to say I did not have a hard time in school. I'll just put it that way. If we want to be honest, no. School, my childhood in school was not tough. Okay? I didn't get beat up. I didn't have issues talking to girls. I didn't have issues getting what I wanted from the teachers. Sorry. Sue me.
I will.
Don't sue me.
Sue me.
In fairness, I got stuff from the teachers too, but that's because it was my mom. So
Oh God, your mom was a teacher, dude. I would have fucking.
No, his mom actually, was homeschooled.
I'll say this though.
He's homeschooled, dude.
I'll say this though.
My mom wasn't my teacher though. It was like an online
I do want to point
curriculum.
out. I do want to point out. I'm very. No one going back. No one will tell you I was a bully.
Well, that's good.
I will say that. So I was not that guy.
We're all anti-bully here.
Yes,
right, Maurice?
I was a friendly guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to put that because a lot of times what I went through in high school gets combined with bully, and gets combined with Karate Kid.
Right.
Right. That is not who I was.
And that is your cross to
that was
bear,
not my.
bud. That's your cross to bear. Some people have it hard.
Yeah. And yeah, like just side note, like my parents didn't give me a car. I had to buy my own car. I started working when I was 15. I still dealt with normal kid stuff. I was just tall and handsome and good at sports. Again, sue me.
What position did you play in football?
What do you think?
Quarterback.
You were the quarterback, weren't you?
No, I wasn't.
Wide receiver?
No.
You were 6'3".
I was a tight end and a outside linebacker.
Yeah, so yeah, I was like, you're a big
listen,
guy.
6'3", I thought you would be quarterback, so.
No, Griffin was quarterback. Griffin Squires.
Sure.
I used to tackle the shit out of Griffin, though, in practice, dude.
All right, I think we need to wrap up.
Is Griffin in the NFL now?
All right.
We lost everybody in this podcast when we said football. Everyone left.
Yeah, everyone's like, football? What the fuck?
What sports?
I also wrestled and played baseball too. If anybody wanted.
I wrestled in middle school.
I'm gonna guess. Hang on. I'm gonna guess right fielder.
No,
Greco-Roman, baby, Greco-Roman.
That sure.
I did wrestle I did wrestle Greco-Roman, not freestyle. So that's actually impressive that you.
I know that.
I don't hate freestyle. I was just a Greco-Roman kid. That's
I was
what
a freestyle kid. I liked freestyle more, but
oh, okay. You like to get him off the ground. I get it. Yeah, I like to do my work on the floor.
Know? I went to go. I was my coach in middle school tried to get me to join again in high school, and I was like, "Bro, y'all work out every fucking day. I am
it's hard, dude.
Doing that.
It's hard."
So I have this is like the last way off topic point I'll make, then we gotta go. I have a 4-year-old son who's a real hoss, and I'm trying to find a sport for him because he's like got a lot of like energy. He's got like an aggressive energy, you know. And I was like, I'm gonna put him in wrestling. There's a youth wrestling program here, and literally it's like high school wrestling, like a really decorated high school wrestling coach who does this program. So he gets them when they're like 5, and he keeps them all the way up through high school.
That's it, dude. That's how
we're
they do
doing
it.
that. I'm gonna sign him up for it.
What's his name? The coach. What's
So.
the coach's name?
I was gonna say my son's name. I don't remember his name. I don't remember it. I'm not gonna shout him out. No free shout outs. You want to shout out? You buy an ad.
That's what Jordan did.
Yeah, buy an ad.
Right.
Yeah, Jordan bought an ad, guys.
You guys don't know this, but Jordan actually paid us to talk about him. So.
This is called showing, not telling. How we're incorporating the ad into the podcast with Jordan.
Yeah, you see
right.
that? Good
What an
right.
info.
Well,
what an info.
Listen, I'm sorry, Jordan, for all that. I'm going to end it now. I hope you guys have a great day. Sorry for technical difficulties, me bitching, and everything that's going on in the world right now.
Finish the book for next week.
Finish the book. Yes,
finish the book.
book.
We are finishing Gardens next week, and we are starting Dead House Gates February 1st.
Like anybody's hearing this ending here. If you are hearing this ending, comment. Comment. I will give you a prize.
The only one who might make it is like Jason.
Yep.
He listens to it.
If you get to this,
Greco-Roman.
listen. Yes, comment Greco-Roman. You will get a shout out from me and Maurice on Instagram.
Yes. Yep.
Tag us.
See you guys.
So, bye, y'all. Bye.